attention, please. It's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is NUHA NABILA HUDA. I'm from ST1. So today I'm going to talk more deeply about the historical of Queen K Record Center. So Queen K Record Center was founded on 3rd July 2020 in Selangor by the Shah Alam City Council MPSA YB Tuan Khalid bin Ahmad Samad. Puncak Alam Eco Business Park V Shah Alam is where our firm is located. We strive to deliver safe, secure, and efficient semi-recurrent records preservation as well as the best service to our clients in order to meet their needs. Our primary goal is to encourage a client to use and maintain to use the services we provide by meeting their needs. And also, Queen K Record Center is always prioritized to listen our customers and strive hard to meet their demands. Commercial Records is able to have the ability to give you with the best service in the business. When selecting a records management organization, financial stability and expert management are critical factors to consider. Queen K Record Center has consistently expanded over a month by offering the best customer service in the industry and being a pioneer in information management methods and technology in off-site storing documents and destruction. Our team is made up of hardworking individuals with considerable expertise in information management. That experience paired with our professionalism ensure that you get the assistance you need and deserve. The Queen K Record Center manages many agency semi-current records which contain any sort of record, including paper-based, papers, digital records, audiovisual materials, image, and other records-related objects. The Director, Record Center Manager, personnel in charge of utilization, vision, disposal, and conversation division, administrative division, cataloging, reference, service division, security and transportation, staging area are the 6 persons responsible for ensuring the company's activity operate well. Due to the fact that the firm has only been in existence for 2 months, we have been prepared to go through all sorts of clients and we have successfully planned to go through all sorts of clients. In compliance with established recruitment, we provide clean, secure, cheap, and efficient administration in the construction of Queen K Record Center. To guarantee that no information is leaked by outsiders, every part of the building is watched by a security guard and a security system. As a constituencies. The building now has system security alignment such as CCTV, ID card scanners, and also have high security. Additionally, an air conditioning unit is put in a good environment storage room where the documents are maintained to guarantee that they are not exposed towards the danger or decay and thus. Next, the facility has a car park, preserve room, storage areas, office parking, bathroom, transport parking, staff parking area, and many more amenities. Because the record center has appropriate facilities for the efficiency of workers to handle record management. The facility offered are for ensuring that administration and other activities operate smoothly and without delay.
Mission, vision, and objective. Our mission is to give our excellent and best service in providing a safety record preservation. Next, our vision is to be the first choices in record preservation in Selangor town. We have three objectives, which is to provide a service that affordable but satisfying for our customer, to further introduce the record keeping career to today's general public, and the last one is to gain customer to keeping their valuable records with our company. Our company will be open every day from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. But we will close on afternoon for recess from 12:30 p.m. until 2 p.m. Our business will be closed on Saturday, Sunday, and also public holiday.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. I am NURHANIM binti Awang Muhammad Saad. I am going to present about the organization chart of Queen Care Record Center. First, the Director of Record Center. The Director of Record Center, also the head of this organization. As a director, she or he will provide and manage a system that increases efficiency in the organization's record creation, maintenance, temporary retention, and eventual deletion. The director also needs to provide good advice and guidance to the members of the group under them, so that the organization can be led successfully besides conducting them training workshops. In addition, to ensure that organizations and agencies are well and systematically governed, directors will create and maintain records appropriate to the administration of record management. Finally, the director is also responsible for developing and upholding rules for all organizational records, including the preservation and protection of significant and confidential records, to be created, maintained, temporarily retained, and eventually disposed. It is the responsibility of the records manager to efficiently provide access to the appropriate information to support decision making for operational needs as evidence of policies and activities, as well as for litigation support. As the manager of Queen Care Record Center, it is responsibility to comply with legal requirements for the creation and retention of paper and electronic records. A records manager defines and arranges records based on the usability and accessibility for internal and external stakeholders. For instance, stakeholders might not have access to employee information, but they might have access to yearly financial reports. It is the manager's responsibility to ensure that the public only gets access to information that doesn't compromise the technical or security accomplishments. Finally, the records manager determines the process by which staff members disclose documents to others, including auditors, government organizations, and shareholders in accordance with established procedures. Next, the Digitalization Division. In general, the workforce of the Digitalization Division is responsible for coordinating with for-profit digitization service providers and carry out quality control at every step of the project. Meanwhile, as the digitalization division of Queen K Record Center, there are also several roles and responsibilities such as getting rid of transcribing mistakes, putting in place electronic workforce procedures, establishing audit trails, putting security measures in place, establishing a single source of truth for every document or piece of data, enhancing information access, and incorporating enterprise systems. The Queen K Record Center's Disposal and Conservation Division is separated into two tasks and responsibilities within this organization. Employees must be informed of how our record center disposes of sensitive paperwork before disposing of it. The following step is for them to get familiar with the policies and procedures we have set to ensure that private data is disposed of securely. The proper handling, storing, and disposal of confidential documents must also be taught to staff members. The exact actions taken to maintain, fix, restore, and generally protect our organization's records are referred to as record keeping in the Conservation Division. Plus, there are a number of fundamental record preservation methods. In addition, they must plan and carry out conservation procedures on papers, parchment, and bound volumes for use in negotiations, and make sure that all work, including photographic records, is accurately and completely recorded. Next, Administrative Division. As an administrative staff, it is important to must have great communication skills to carry out their employment responsibilities. The professionals should be able to communicate information to others simply, while answering phones, composing emails, and engaging with staff and management. In this record center organization, the staff needs to oversee office inventory and deliver frequent updates to the manager. Finally, the staff must also distribute and maintain track of communication mails, arrange meeting spaces as needed, and create documents and reports based on data obtained as needed. The Reference Service Division in the Record Center is very important. It is responsible to facilitate the clients or patrons to get access to the information they needed. The staff should prepare to answer various types of questions about the organization and be able to provide sources to support the claims. Additionally, they assist with program planning and execution, as well as public outreach on the fundamental capabilities, services, and sources of the record center. In this division, it is responsibility of the staff to ensure that the records keeping of the organization were fully secured and safe. In order to ensure that, they need to install any kind of devices such as CCTV to analyze and monitor the influx and egress of the records of the record center. In addition, the workers in this division must also guarantee the safety of the transportation used to move records to facilities. To make it clear, every time they need to send secret records, they must also ensure that the environment is secure from any danger that might overcome a crime. Last but not least, Staging Area Division. The staging area, which is often referred to as the holding area, is a designated place within the organization's or agency's office space that is used for the short-term storage of data and documents. The staff in this division will be maintaining a no longer needed records in the office.
Design of Queen K Record Center, building and location. The current structure record center is a safe place that is close to the main where records are made. It was built in an area with low operating costs, which located at Bandar Baru Puncak Alam. So instead of having to build a facility for the Queen K Record Center, which would have cost a lot of money, then we just rent one. The building only costs about Rm4,500 ringgit, and it's in an area with a good environment and a low chance of natural disaster. So it was a great option for Queen K Record Center. As we can see, this is a layout of Design Queen K Record Center. Our company has provided about 18 facilities for our staff, which is a prayer room, pantry room, storage room, toilet and more. Now I would like to share with you about system in Queen K Record Center. We have three systems, which is EDMS, Communication and Security System. What is EDMS? EDMS is known as Electronic Document Management System. It is a software system that aids in the control and organization of a company's files and data. It includes document and records creation, capture, editing, repositories, image processing, and information retrieval functionality. Next, communication system. Our company offers a phone, fax machine and computer to help clients transfer their records. Queen K Record Center Communication Technologies transfer critical customer records to an archive for permanent storage. The communication system would also allow any agency to seek important information and handle document preservation concerns at Queen K Record Center. Lastly, security system. Queen K Record Center security mechanism is strict. Just authorized worker may read critical data and obtain the vault code. Queen K Record Center also has a good security system with a smoke detector, fire extinguisher, alarm, hose reel, CCTV and other security device to keep it safe. Queen K Record Center also puts a great importance on the security of its customer important paper, held in its record storage and employs security guards for monitor the area 24 hours per day. Official visitors to the Queen Record Center are given ID card. Each Queen K Record Center employee also have a unique ID card to minimize misidentification or misunderstanding between staff and clients. As we can see now, I have provided hardware, equipment and software item that we use at Queen K Record Center. For hardware, we use desktop, laptop, tablet, photostat scanner, projector, ID card scanner, RFID scanner and hard disk. This will cost us about 45,993 and 45 cents. For equipment, we use only 18 items, which is contain a desk and chair, stationery set, PVC file, portable ladder, carton books and more. For software, we use 4 software systems, which is Microsoft Office 365, e-file cabinet, OneDrive and Google Workspace. Me and my friend already discussed about our budget for this project. Firstly, fixed asset. Fixed asset already cost about 142,932 ringgit and 40 cents, which include hardware and equipment. For monthly expenditure, which include building rental, utilities, transportation, oil and gas, working salaries for director, manager, leaders and staff, already cost about 26,896 ringgit. For other expenditures such as janitor that clean our center, air conditioner installation, CCTV installation and pest control, it will cost about 16,615 ringgit. Overall, for this costing, it will cost about 186,443 ringgit and 40 cents. Management of Queen K Record Center. Policy. We have 4 types of policy in our center, which is client or user policy, record policy, staff policy and client record disposal policy. Client or user policy. Any user should not move out the record from the record center facility without consent from the owner of the records and the conservation division manager. Other users can see the unrestricted record with their owner consent for research only. Restricted records cannot be seen by anyone except their owner and the record advisor only. For record policy, we only accept records that age 5 years to 20 years old. All records, formats such as electronic, paper-based maps and plans, are accepted. The administration of this record should follow the standard guidelines set by Malaysian standard. Staff policy. Providing high quality service to the client, consultation, assisting, trusted record keeping. All the staff in the record center must ensure that the record in the facility have a piece of complete information. Client record disposal policy. The technique of record disposal involves shredding the record into tiny pieces based on the date of record disposition. If a client's company declares bankruptcy and fails to inform Queen K Record Center within 5 years, their file will be permanently removed by our center. Next, manage the record. Keeping current, semi-current, and non-current document in distinct record centers simplifies record management since each kind of record performs a different role depending on how often it's utilized in current business. Current records should be kept in the register, semi-current in the record center, and non-current, if valuable, in the archive. Our organization maintains semi-current business documentation for our clients. What is type of record? We have 7 types of record in our center, which is legal record, personal record, electronic record, administrative record of private clinic, individual staff record, patient's clinical record, and visa record. Of course, you're wondering why we have a lot of medical record. It is because our center is more focused to private clinic record. Process about how we manage our record center. Firstly, staging area. Queen K Record Center staging room process new record. It's utilized to transfer and pack record as they came. This may be used to temporarily store record boxes that have been delivered but not yet shelved, or to stack records in preparation for client distribution. It's near the loading bay to expedite the processing and storage of records and material handling equipment. Next, record the data of the document through a system EDMS. Each record our organization gets will have its data entered into the EDMS system, making retrieval easier. The record includes a title, reference number, and publication date. Because the records are transmitted in bulk per box, any hazard may develop, and the staff may utilize the system to identify a missing record and retrieve it. This method lets staff track record movement due to recording each data record. Lost records are rare. Classify the records based on the level of confidentiality. The info has been entered. They'll be classed by secrecy before being stored. Unauthorized parties must not access the record content. Only selected staff may access crucial document on locked shelf compactors. Other documents must be easily accessible because certain documents are legally or policy required and sensitive. It's important to handle them carefully. We have 3 types of confidentiality of the records. Firstly, internal. All staff can access internal records. Secondly, restricted. Most staff can access, and research that have permissions from rating agency can access it. Confidential, only record center manager and the owner of the record can access the confidential record. Store and maintain the records. Records are stored in a secure area accessible only to personnel with access card to guarantee they are well maintained and protect from damage. Each record must be stored upright in a box to avoid dust and sunlight. A 10x12x16-inch record box may hold a file vertically. It stores letters and legal-sized documents and features rectangular covers to prevent dust. Our personnel handle papers with clean hands to avoid damage. Our personnel also use gloves to protect the papers. We also provide preservation service for damaged records. The record stapler will be removed to avoid corrosion. Record must make cause degradation. Lastly, implementing appraisal of records. The record center decide whether to destroy or archive a document, staff must find and access that document, contact the agency to request permission to conserve or destroy the object. An assessment is done before transferring or destroying documents. A record must be kept just as long as need for agency operation. Once it's no longer needed, delete the record. Archive will only save important document for study. An assessment is a crucial action that requires a choice from Queen Care Record Center and the agency they're working with, because no record may be erased without written and express permission. This action adds records to the record center.
Preservation of records. Records keeping is one of the most important processes in the field of record information management. This preservation activities is done to ensure that the lifespan of a record can last longer to be used. In general, the loss of or damage to a record can have a significant impact. The most common damage is rusty paper, clip, torn pages, and storage containers that are too exposed to other elements such as excessive water, light, and unsuitable heat. This conservation activity is carried out to reduce the rate of damage to record and loss of information on document due to things that can be avoided. Conservation records. In the world of computing, digitization refers to a process by which traditional analogs of material such as book and paper-based materials are altered and converted into an electronic digital copy. Preservation of electronic digital copies is the preservation of all materials that have been converted to digital material, such as emails, websites, and other electronic files. Example, we can see today a picture and documents. Among the work required by people who are experts in the process of transferring, processing, storing, and preserving files, in addition to the work required by user to retrieve the desired data into forms, namely analog and digital records. Although the method of digitizing analog material has many advantages, it still faces various inevitable challenges. Human errors, loss and corruption of data, as well as technological obsolescence are some of the worrisome challenges to face. As we know, access to mobile technology as well as hardware and digital resources depends on both humans and machines, which have their own limitation. Temperature and humidity. Unbalanced temperatures and humidity levels in the storage facility can result in records or documents stored become more easily damaged. The temperature range for a paper record storage room should be between 18 and 22 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity range should be between 40 and 55%. It is very important to keep the temperature as well as the relative humidity of the record center at the appropriate degree to avoid mold growth and excessive acidity. In addition, air quality must also be emphasized to prevent the formation of potentially harmful compounds such as carbon monoxide and toxic gases such as nitrogen oxide that can harm the environment. The record center must also always be kept in a safe condition, especially in in relation to temperature and humidity levels. Therefore, the air conditioning system must be controlled constantly to prevent the record center from being too cool or too hot. Every pest that exists will definitely leave its own mark. Various traces are left due to the presence of the pest. Among them, there are sebum feces, dead insect, and several other types of traces. As a collection and record keeping center, we will do our best to ensure that the records are kept in a good condition. For example, ensure the service visit log is filled with the full name of the technician on each visit, while recording the number of traps used as well as the type of trap based on the type of pest trap, while providing an overall pest management report updated at least annually and preferably quarterly. At the same time, every important document such as license and related insurance documents should also be inspected periodically. In addition, each employee is also required to learn how to identify and record incidents that occur in the storage store that occur due to the pest.
Security of records. Security threats in record management come from all directions, ranging from malware and data breach to theft, fire, or flood, making it essential to incorporate multiple types of security in records management. Record management requires appropriate protection for both paper and electronic information. There are three main parts to record management security, which is ensuring protection from physical damage, external data breach, and internal theft or fraud. Different security types must use in record center because organizations face a range of security threats that come from all different angles, including employee theft and misuse of information, fire, flood, and other natural disasters, and also data breaches caused by virus, trojans, and other from malware. Due to new digital hacking, threats are also constantly emerging to target different security weak spots. It's also critical to use multiple types of security strategies with record management. Type of security for paper records. There are several strategies used to handle security risks such as environmental hazards and information theft or misuse when it comes to paper documents. 1. Locked storage access. Using locks in storage areas such as filing cabinets is the first and easiest method for securing paper files. By keeping them locked, it will keep prying eyes away and the records safe from theft. 2. Fire and flood protection. Although natural disasters are still a risk to filing cabinets in an office, even if they are locked, off-site record storage facilities use fire suppression and climate control system. And 3rd, secure storage facilities. Off-site storage facilities are also implement securities like 24 hours video monitoring, locked premise, and on-site security staff. Also have type of security for digital records. Document management system, DMS software, and cloud storage use a range of tools and methods like access control and encryption to protect the file. First, document reduction. While in the past it needed to be done by hand on paper before scanning the record, from now on document can be redacted during the scanning process itself to obscure parts of new digital. Second, access control list, ACL. ACLs are used for limiting access to sensitive files for only those who need it. Predefined lists can be configured with authorized users while prying eyes are locked out. Third, file encryption. Many electronic document management systems provide encryption tools. A document is intersected over an open network. It's useless without the decryption key with the file encryption.
In the process of transferring records, there are several procedures that need to go through. First, the client will receive a transfer list form. Then the staff at the record center will review the whole form and they will recognize the client's provided record. Next, they will classify the records in the boxes by the categories of records and then label the boxes. The staff will provide the activity category and date on the form and then offers the next available and unused number of the records. The system will update the organization's accessions, register, and location code and finally store the records in the record storage. Next procedure is retrieving record. Same goes to transferring record. It is required a few steps or procedures. First, the staff at record center will give an issue form to the client. The client will receive the issue form. Then, they need to consult the location register to Queen K Record Center staff. The staff will write down the location code on the form, then take the issue form to shelf and identify the box. After that, the record will be taken out and replaced with cardboard maker, then clip top copy of issue form to box. The staff will attach a sticker to record for record dispatching. Lastly, give a signature on the second box and finally put the copy of request form into the request out index and request control index to always keep the records in track. Finally, the third procedure is the disposal process. First, the client needs to examine the Queen K Record Center's plan for record disposal dates. Within a month yearly, the clients will receive a reminder for record disposal. The record center need to wait for a response from the client. When the clients respond with yes, the records will be removed from the storage facility and separate from other records. Records will be delivered to the inventory for the next procedure to proceed the disposal process. Next, the staff at the disposal division will mark the form with the term destruct and cross out the master transfer list file. And finally, the client and the records manager will sign a copy of the original records transfer list and disposal form as confirmation. But what will happen when the client did not respond? The staff at the Queen K Record Center will let the customer know to change for a new date.
We have 4 services offered by Record Center by Queen K. First, maintain semi-current record service. Queen K Record Center offers an excellent service in preserves all semi-current clients' records in Queen K record storage. Queen K Center will assist their client in saving office space by maintaining all of their copious semi-current record of their workplace, preventing costs and information overload at the same time. Queen K Record Center will usually only save client semi-current records that are 8 years or older. Second, printing and scanning service. Printing and scanning service are provided by Queen K Record Center to clients and exclusively to independent researchers who have authorization from the generating agency. All client or outside researchers who come to Queen K Record Center for a copy of record and already have authorization from the generating agency can utilize the printing and scanning service that Queen K Record Center currently provides. The printing and scanning service are not available to customers or outside researchers. Instead, they will be handled by a member of the Queen K Record Center staff. Queen K Record Center also offers delivery service. Queen K Record Center provides fast delivery service. The Record Center will also make same-day deliveries in certain areas to pick up the records at the client place as well as send the record to the archival institution for permanent storage at the Record Center. Clients can use Queen K's Record Center delivery service to help submit records that need to be reviewed by clients themselves. Clients who use a record delivery service have to pay for each delivery service used. The price for each delivery service at the Queen K Record Center is based on the distance of the Queen K Record Center to the client place or archival institution. The delivery service charge is an alternative to Queen K's Record Center to obtain a record center profit source. Creating agencies often already allow records to be sent to archival institutions. Next, Reference or research room service. The Queen Care Record Center provides reference-based service with the aim of facilitating an external researcher or researchers authorized by the agency to make loans or review of records and documents in the record keeping at the Queen Care Record Center. The Queen Care Reference Room provides a variety of equipment and fittings such as air conditioner, tables, chairs, and bright light to make it easy for researchers to review. The quiet and calm atmosphere also allows researchers to review records and documents calmly and comfortably. Writing equipment such as A4 paper, pencil, eraser, and pens are also provided if researchers wish to use them. Clients as well as researchers who come to the reference space of the Queen Care Record Center are not allowed to bring phones, books, pens, and even bags into the reference space. This is to prevent any leakage of confidential record or document. And Queen Care Record Center have 17 facilities, which is parking area, research room, security van, toilet, waiting area, prayer room, loading bay, pantry, receptionist, consultant room, security room, staging area, disposal area, consultation room, administrative office, conference room, and digitation room.
Okay, this is the strength of Queen Care Record Center. The first one is the location. Queen Care Record Center is located in Puncak Alam Eco Business Park V, Shah Alam, which is close to the city yet still rural. It will really make it easier for the record center to do any task, such as record distribution, and will reduce the cost of doing so. This position has been far away from any potential risks such as highway, railroad line, or facilities that may house dangerous material. The second one is the skilled personnel. Our record center enables businesses to store, preserve, and guarantee that data is available and accessibility in the future in order to maximize the value of information. Records management is crucial when it comes to protecting a company's most precious asset. Because of the competence of the employees, this will give this firm more confidence in transmitting their documents to the record center. The Queen Care Record Center's weaknesses is one and only is an expensive rental cost. Renting a building is highly expensive in contrast due to General Record Center's strategic location in the city. This has been one of the reasons why our records are slightly more expensive than those at other record centers. With lease renewals, the building's rent is likely to climb by an unknown amount, making budgeting for record center expenditure more challenging.